Alright, when building our house, we need to start with drawing a rectangle. After creating the rectangle, type in the size of 12 feet by 30 feet and then hit enter. After that, you take the rectangle tool, follow the line out, then create another rectangle, giving it the size of 20 feet by 10 feet and hit enter. Now you can erase the line in between the two rectangles. Next, you want to take the push-pull tool, select it, hit 10 feet, hit enter. Might want to zoom out a little bit. Alright, there we go. And then next, you want to take the line tool and find the midpoint here. Then you want to hover over onto this midpoint till the line shows. And then there. Then we want to connect. Oops, wait, I just noticed I messed up there. Alright, my fault. You click here on the midpoint, and then you'll notice it doesn't. You can either come over here and hover to this midpoint, or since we already hovered, it will automatically show up. And then you come all the way across, connect those, and then next you'll want to draw from this point over to this point. Next, you want to select the edges for the top of the roof. To do this, you can hold Control with the PC when making the selection. Next, you'll get the Move tool and then bring it straight up to create the roof, and then you can look around, make sure that it made it correctly. And yes, my house is green. I enjoy the color green. Next, you will deselect by selecting off of it. And then we're going to be working with the offset tool. So, there we go. So you'll take this and you'll be able to offset certain things, basically anything you want, and then you can work with the push-pull tool. But for now, we're going to offset the bottom. So we're not going to offset it by too much. And then once we offset it, we're going to take the push-pull tool to make the top part of our roof. And I think we offset it way too much. Go back to the, you can undo that, and then offset it just a little bit. Take the push-pull tool. Whoops. Undo any mistakes you do. Might take a little bit to grab that. Alright. I want to raise that up just a little bit more. Not that far. There we go. That looks good to me. Okay. After offsetting it and pushing up to make the roof, you want to create a door and a window. So take your line tool, start from the bottom, and if you hit Control Z too many times, it can tend to screw up what you've done. So now we take the line tool, make sure you're hitting the bottom, and don't do that. And once you make the door, you can do that, and then we're going to make a window with the rectangle tool. So something like this. And then when making your window, you can take the offset tool and you'll come in and offset it a couple times. And use the push-pull tool. And create your window. And then next, when working with the door, you want to make sure you don't have all 4 of these selected. You want to just have the edges selected. When doing that, hold Control to select them. And then take the push-pull tool. Oh wait, did that wrong. Oh, yep, that's why. I used the push-pull tool when I was going to use the offset tool. Okay, now grab the offset tool to make trim for the door, and then take your push-pull and you can bring it out just a hair. You got to be careful with it, because if you go all the way back, you can have some problems. There we go. Alright, there's the little door. And then next, you can, for making the trim all the way around the building, you can go on edge there, create that. Okay, so now whenever you have the line, you take the bottom edge, which I just found out on my own, and then you can come around, and to make this easier, you can go underneath and then take it all the way around. And then once you get to that edge, you can let go. And a more precise way to do this is to, first we undo, and then we take the selection tool, go underneath, hold Control, and select all the edges. Make sure to only select the edges, because if you hit the surfaces you will have some problems. And take the Follow Me tool, and don't do that. Yeah, don't do that. And then hit the bottom edge, and don't do that because I'm just slowly undoing everything. But first you need to select all the edges. And then take the Follow Me tool, and don't forget to put this little thing here, because you'll have problems if you don't, like we just saw. we go back through. We select all the edges, every single one of them that we need. Then we take the follow me tool and you make sure to hit the bottom edge, and voila. We have a nice little house that looks like it's made out of grass. Alright. Now, last thing to show you is to go on edge and make it parallel with the opposite edge, and it will show up as purple. Then you come up here to the end point, and it'll match up with the parallel edge you already did. So we click, and then we go on point, make it purple, and then boom. And then that is all. And then you can push pull it. You can make your house have a really nice hat. And that is all.